What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the Crypto Wonder from the Crypto Wonder Podcast. Hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it. So, I was I caught a live stream earlier from OG Hexagon. I'm not going to disclose who he is because he doesn't know that I'm doing this. So, out of respect, I will just continue to, speak about the message he uh, he conveyed to his listeners, to his viewers, and it's pretty much, in a sense, people have to really be careful, and it kind of like parallels some of the things that I've been saying regarding watch who you listen to and where you consume your information, right? Because certain things, I mean, you have to use your better judgment when you're getting involved with this. And I'm going to tell you right now, excuse the noise because I'm doing this recording outdoors. But you have to use better judgment when you're investing in crypto. You know, you can't, it can't be emphasized enough about doing your own research and understanding that this is a solo sport. It really is. Yes, it's a community, and we hope that people of like mind are doing good things, the right things, but then you also have a different element where things can go wayward and people have nefarious intentions and do nefarious things, shady all around. Now, I'm not saying this is something that's happening yet in pulsechain, but don't think that it's not going to happen when pulsechain launches. All right, folks in HEX have already gotten hurt dealing with projects that came out talking about how they could, basically help the HEX community, and that's not what happened. A lot of projects came out in HEX and wrecked the community. They wrecked its members, and it's not cool. But you do have, opportunities for people to make money, and that's the key. Folks are greedy, and a lot of sound, logical judgment on the forefront gets thrown away when temptation and greed rears its ugly head. You know, people want to gamble, people want to just throw anything at the wall to see what sticks, and so be it. But crypto provides that as far as giving people choices, giving people the chance to do whatever they want. But a lot of times, if you're not smart, if you're not paying attention to really what's going on, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna lose your shirt, because it's happened before, and you can't call anybody for help to reclaim your losses. That's just a fact, right? That's just what it is. I've only been in crypto a little over 5 years, and nothing has changed with that. Scams are running rampant. Scams will continue to run rampant, and I'm not a scam buster. I'm just somebody who's just creating content out here talking about crypto and helping people who are new, who are entering the space, understand what's going on out here. Everything is not all what it seems. Seriously, and it is what it is. We're all still waiting for pulsechain to launch. We're all still waiting for PulseX. All we can do is wait, and in the meantime, just exercise our better judgment in doing things, because times are hard for many, for most, I would say. There's not many, most people are not millionaires, like for real. Those who've been able to stick it out with HEX and have made a fortune, bless their hearts, all more power to them, because they were able to stick it out and are fortunate. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that everyone else is not going to also experience those same gains if you remain patient, committed, disciplined, and now allow your emotions to get the best of you. Seriously, because there's a list of pulsechain projects that are supposed to come out, and it's well over 100 right now. And so folks are just trying to get everything you got. I'm not saying they're all garbage. I'm not saying they're all scams. I'm just saying it is what it is. And a lot of people, be careful who you listen to. I'm just a regular schmegular person. I'm nobody out here, but at the same time, the truth is the truth, and the truth comes in one form. The lies come in many, and a lot of people who speak the truth are sometimes frowned upon because the masses are supposed to get duped so that the few who do not speak the truth and the few who spread lies and the few who are shady can get rich. And it's all about opportunity for people, man. And you're the prey. If you misuse, what you have available to you by way of your brain, by way of your mind, by way of drawing your own conclusions, if you do your own research, if you misuse that, you are setting yourself up for disaster. Point blank, period. I've been in this thing since 2017, and I've seen the best of them come and go. That's a fact. I've seen people present the best of the best ideas, the best plans, and they've turned out to be crap. They've turned out to be garbage. They turned out to be trash. So be careful, people. Be careful. And a lot of times, folks want to silence you. Like if you're a person who just calls out, whatever that you don't like or whatever, you're vilified. But a person like me, I really don't care either way, because people don't pay my bills. I work for myself and I do what I have to do for my family. You know what I'm saying? I meet my obligations, because that's the perspective I come from. A person who has responsibilities and a person who takes care of people. That's where I come from. I'm not running around here aimless, willy-nilly, thinking like everything is about me. No, it's not. I represent people who are serious. I represent people who have commitments to meet, obligations to meet, and just want the better things in life. But the key is, how do you want to achieve those things? Do you want to achieve them in a silly, nefarious way, or do you want to do things right and experience the true fulfillment, inner fulfillment, whatever that may mean to you? I overheard spaces where Richard got into a debate with a well-known, from what I'm understanding, a well-known Hexican, Hex Tangent. And the debate was good. It was real good. And the thing that I noticed about the debate was that, Hex Tangent was presenting points, talking points from a Bitcoin perspective, even though he says he's in Hex. But he was trying to, debate about Richard about, I guess, the superiority of Bitcoin among everything else. And of course, as Richard does in his own way, in true form, he debunked and destroyed every talking point that the man brought up. And I'm not trying to say this to smear Hex Tangent, not at all. What I'm trying to say is Hex Tangent, a Hexican himself, out of the whole Bitcoin community, he was the one who I think had the best, who presented the best arguments. Even though he didn't win the debate, in my opinion, but he's the one who's in the Hex community who, presented the best talking points, the best viewpoints, and things that I kind of didn't even think about when I used to like Bitcoin tremendously, But he still lost, because the truth is the truth, and you cannot refute it, And that's something that says a lot about Bitcoin in general and all the supporters of Bitcoin, They just have no willingness to really see what's really going on with the blockchain and what's really going on with the community and how people are really wrecked, how people are really hurt. They're harmed right now, and it's not cool. It's not cool. But shout out to Hex Tangent for at least going toe-to-toe with the founder on the Twitter Spaces the other day to debate on, the validity or the superiority of Bitcoin versus everything else. And I guess it was a learning experience. It was a teaching moment for many of us, for all of us. I mean, I learned something. I'm always learning something in crypto. It doesn't stop, But it is what it is. So, but before I continue, a moment for our sponsors. Kumbaya. Yes. Good people. There's something I'm going to ask of you right now. You got to understand. Here we are. This is a day of rejoice. And I need you to enjoy me in fellowship, to join me donate
right now
to the Empire State Token. It's called the Big Apple Dividend.
Big Apple Dividend.
Empire State Token. When you stake this token, Empire State, you get Big Apple Dividends.
Yes.
Yes. Put everything in and get nothing out.
Nothing
you
at
will
all.
get wrecked. That is the purpose of you. You will get wrecked.
Pleb.
Buy into my token. You sacrifice. It's an ICO.
No.
Donate now. Donate now. The sacrifice phase, the ICO, the donation phase is now. It's live. The Empire State Token. You stake it, you get Big Apple Dividends.
All you
This
want.
is especially for the HEX community.
Yes.
I want to see you all get wrecked. Buy into my token right now.
Right now.
And Richard Hart, you my nigga.
My nigga Richard.
What's up?
And when Pulsechain comes out, it's okay. You'll have twice the chance to lose everything
Twice the
and
chance.
get wrecked. Embrace the wreckness.
Embrace it.
it all. Embrace the loss.
Yes.
Richard Hart, you my nigga. Yes. Embrace it all. Embrace the wreckness. Lose. Get all types of nothing. Be happy with nothing. Okay? Empire State Token. The sacrifice is live. You stake it, you get Big Apple Dividends.
Next up, we're going to speaker programming.
You know, there's just a lot going on in crypto, and we look forward to, all of us are looking forward to the Pulsechain launch, even those who are not aware. And you know, the whole thing about onboarding is very important, and onboarding I don't think should ever really stop, you know, because crypto's for everybody. Crypto is supposed to be for you and someone else, person to person, right? No middlemen. So crypto is afforded for everyone, and I think the onboarding, as far as even with HEX, is something that's going to continue for the entire life of blockchain, of electricity, of, you know, the Ethereum network, HEX smart contract, soon to be Pulsechain. This thing is not going to stop. So onboarding is something that's going to continue, and we have to find you know, creative, practical, and useful ways to speak our message and share the message to people, and help them know and become aware of what's available here. Something that could help them pretty much protect their purchasing power, protect their wealth, and even create generational wealth. I mean, that's really the truth. You know, this is about making money. This is about securing your future, creating a legacy, passing it down for family members and for generations to come. This is what this is all about, in my opinion. You know, this is not about fly by night, get rich quick overnight, and then do whatever. I mean, some people take it like that. It's about money, but for many, it's really about long-term vision, in ensuring that you have something set up for yourself where you don't have to become basically enslaved or subservient to the legacy powers that be right now. You know, the legacy powers that are trying to clamp down on everything that we have going on, trying to remove everything from our hands and forcing us to be happy. I mean, that's just mind-boggling. But they're telling us to our face. This is not clandestine. It's not secret. It's not anything, you know, behind closed doors. It's not conspiracy talk. That's why these things with crypto is very powerful. It's very powerful. And like I said before, and I'll continue to say it, you know, the difference is the gap between the haves and the have-nots is growing bigger and bigger and bigger by the moment. Which side do you want to be on? How are you strengthening your position? What position do you want to play? You know, do you want to be an owner? Do you want to be a worker? Do you want to be an investor? Do you want to be a worker? Do you want to, you know, I mean, have assets, or do you want to just embrace liabilities? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? You know, the older generation has made a mess of everything, right? And then it's the newer generation of people after us who are coming behind us who have to pay the price and who have to fix the mistakes from the previous generation. And that's what's happening here, folks. That's what's happening. And I see Richard trying to fix it. You know, he's trying to fix it, and other people who have the ability and the proclivity, the resources, will also try to fix it, because, No one knows what the future holds, but here we are. You understand? HEX is going to be on Pulse chain. Everything ERC20 related, Ethereum coin related, will be on Pulse, because Pulse is a fork of Ethereum, will be a fork of Ethereum, right? Doesn't matter what I think, it's just what's happening. No, I don't think this is a scam. No, I don't think, Richard is trying to rug pull everybody. I don't think that at all. I just think that people need to understand discipline, understand how to be patient, understand how to be committed for right things, and understand what you own. If you're even interested in owning anything, I mean, it only makes sense. It only makes sense for you to understand what you have. Because a lot of people in the beginning lost out on Bitcoin, including myself. So many people lost out, in the mining in the first few years, 2-3 years of Bitcoin. And look what's happened. 6.9 million times X times, from the point when it touched a penny. It was 1 cent, it reached to 69K last year. That's crazy. And that's not the highest. At one point, Bitcoin was less than a penny, a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a cent. So we're talking 100 million X, 110 million X times over. There's nothing that we can really, there's nothing in the world that has brought that many gains in a 13-year period like crypto, like Bitcoin, right? HEX has done 10,000X in 623 days, in less than 2 years, during a period where the globe was going through a health crisis. I mean, what really, this is incredible. These are chances for us to basically preserve what we have, our monetary energy, right? And not just trick it off or give it off to whatever, have this gambling degenerate casino mentality and throwing our energy away and then regretting it later. A lot of people, when Pulse chain comes, we know, it's going to be volatility. Folks are going to just sell. They're going to take their profits and run. They have the right to do that. That's okay. That's not something that's going to change in crypto. It's part of what markets do. It's what people do. Not everyone thinks the same. Not everyone has the same plan. Not everyone has the same strategy. It's what it is. It's part of life. But those who know, who really know, and want to really create generational wealth, understand what the game is about. The flow is going to happen from the patient to from the impatient to the patient. The flow of wealth, the transfer of wealth, is going to occur from the impatient to the patient. And that's what's happening. That's what's going to continue to happen. People are going to continue to buy tops and sell bottoms. Those who are smart will buy bottoms and sell tops. And folks, that's just what it is. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just somebody out here who tries to kick the truth every once in a while. It is what it is. But everybody, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Remain sound, remain well, remain vigilant, keep an open mind, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.